Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Filmmaker Talks live on YouTube. How is everybody doing today? I hope everyone is well and welcome. So today I've got a very special guest joining me, which I'm sure all of you who are watching will have heard of. He's Movie Book. We all know him. We all love him. And just before I bring him in, I need to just make a little announcement just in case we've got anybody watching the replay. And that is that next Wednesday, I will not be doing a live stream. And that is because I'm going back to college. It's a college week. But then after that 1 week, I'll be doing more live streams because my college is like a week on, week off thing. So after that, there'll be live streams throughout another 3 weeks because then there's the Easter holidays, which last for 2 weeks. So just in case anyone was wondering, I thought I'd clear that up. No live stream next week, but things should return to normal for the following 3 weeks. Anyway, I'll bring him in now, the man himself, Movie Book, James. How are you today, James?
Hello, I'm good. Thank you. Hello, everyone.
Great to have you back on the show.
Thank you so much for having me. It's funny, like we were just saying off camera that I've really wanted to come back on here, so I was really excited when you asked me. Because the first time I was on, it was so much fun.
It's always fun when you're watching the streams. I mean, you know, SpongeBob has brought up quite the Goofy Goober.
Well, you know, I said the other day I had a surprise for you for your stream.
Yes.
I bought specially for this stream. Look at this. Ready? It's a SpongeBob shirt.
that is brilliant. That is awesome.
Yeah, it's not
very fitting.
Yeah. I thought
I was even tempted to put SpongeBob in the thumbnail of this stream.
I still can't really remember how.
Just his eyes, just creeping in the corner.
Yeah. I still can't really remember how SpongeBob becomes such a thing here, but
it has. It's moved over to your stream. It's all kind of been building up now, and now we've got you here. You're here now.
I love it. Well, when all this lockdown ends, we all need to get together and watch the first SpongeBob movie.
We do. We really do, because I haven't seen it in a long time, and I was thinking I haven't had time to do this, but I wanted to rewatch that film in preparation for the stream. I haven't had time to, but I did watch a few clips on YouTube of the Goofy Goober song, the rock song.
Yeah.
I remember actually the bit where Patrick is in those really high heels. That really traumatized me as a kid.
I forgot. It's funny. I watched it last month with my girlfriend. I sort of forgot the bit where he walks back in and then pulls him down on the rope, and it was like, oh my god!
It really is. It's if anyone can't have fun with that film, then I don't know what to tell them.
No, anyway, it is a really fun movie.
I'll just address a few of the comments because we've had a lot of comments. A lot of early conversations were happening before we went live. We had Josh was the first one in, and then him and Rehan. I'm just going to have to skip all over these because there was a lot of talking about Rehan's new film. I do believe I actually had to put him in a timeout, which is fair. And if Rehan is watching, Rehan, if you start any trouble today, I will not hesitate to block you forever. All right, because you've been doing this ever since October, and you should really know by now not to do this. But when did we go live to welcome everybody in? We've got Ben Fluton here. Hello, Ben.
Hello, Ben.
We've got Lachlan. Hello, Neo. Winslow. Everybody's saying hello. Hello, Alex.
Hello.
I actually had the pleasure of being on Alex's stream the other day. And, of course, Archie.
Hello, Archie.
Got Luke.
As there he is.
Batel. And we've got a few people. I'm a Goofy Goober.
Yeah, there we go. SpongeBob talk really didn't take long today.
No, it didn't. Of Leo. Hello. Armani. Faith in the Goober Goopers finally been restored.
Yep.
It certainly has. It's a cinematic masterpiece. I mean, you could make that argument.
Yeah. Absolutely.
We've got Movie Dude here. Hello.
Hello.
We are very well, thank you. I've got Wormy Spoons. Hello. Cinematic Art. We've got Alex here. He's got. I watched News of the World earlier and enjoyed it. It's basically the exact same plot as the first Last of Us game, though.
I can't really remember News of the World. I only watched it last month.
I still have yet to watch it. I will watch it.
I think it's a really good looking movie, and I love the sets and the costumes and stuff, and it all feels real. It was just a bit dull, I think.
Yeah, I got that impression from the trailers.
Yeah,
but it's Hanks. I'm sure it'll be great in the film. So I'll give it a watch.
Yeah, I much preferred it to his last film, Greyhound. I'll say that much.
I wasn't a fan of Greyhound either.
No.
And we've got movie duties. News, I think he means of the world is good. I like it. That's good to know. We've got Cameron B. Hello, Cameron.
Hello.
And then Archie, even the zombies, Alex. Is this? Oh, I think he was talking about Last of Us game. I don't know. I've never played The Last of Us, so.
Oh, right. They're good games. They're good games.
I know. Isn't it PlayStation only though?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. I've got an Xbox, so.
You're on the dark side. Okay, I see how it is.
I betrayed you.
Yeah.
Here we are. We've got Josh. He says it was strange going into a Poundland today for the first time in months. Yeah, I mean, I haven't been into any kind of shop, whether it be co-op or wherever in months.
I popped into my local Tesco's a couple times, and that's about it. Other than that, it's stuck at home, unfortunately. But
yeah, not for much longer though. They're easing restrictions, so. Yeah, we've got Kyra here. Hello. Got Cameron. Did you have the SpongeBob movie game on PS2?
I did. I actually did have this. I remember because
I've never owned a PS2. I started with PlayStation 3.
Oh, right. See, I had PS2. I think that was my first console. I remember the SpongeBob game because the one where you're in the Krabby Patty car. There's a mission in that, and I could never get past it as a kid. So that's as far as I got.
Yeah. But no, I started with a PlayStation 3, and then I got a DS. I think we had a SpongeBob game on the DS. I can't remember.
Yeah, I had PS2, then I had the Wii, and then I was sort of the same. I had PlayStation 3, then I did get an Xbox, then PS4, PS5.
We've got Jamie here. Hello, Jamie.
Hello, Jamie.
And we have Rehan. What's he put? It says, today I got an Xbox PJ and WWE TLC DVD 2020 and Kingsman: The Golden Circle Blu-ray and was it Oreo chocolate and Yankee candles on my. Okay, and my film takes inspiration from Smallville. Well, that's quite a mouthful.
Someone got a bit spoiled today. Got a lot of stuff. Well, spoil it yourself.
Yeah. It's been busy. Sounds good, Rian. Hopefully you enjoy your new DVDs. And
yes.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of Kingsman: Golden Circle. It wasn't too great for me.
No, I liked it. Because I remember people really hating on it when it came out. I liked it, but it just obviously wasn't as good as the first one.
Yeah. And candles as well. I know that's quite a recurring theme in your comments, Rehan.
I've got a Yankee candle in my room. I've got nothing wrong with a Yankee candle.
No. We've got Winslow. Films you're ashamed to have not seen. Oh, that's a good question.
Ooh, Raging Bull, maybe. Haven't seen Raging Bull yet.
Yeah, Raging Bull's good. Off the top of my head, maybe The Matrix. That's kind of a classic film. Haven't seen The Exorcist.
I haven't seen The Exorcist either, actually.
Yeah, that's it. The Exorcist is one that I really. Okay, so it seems that I just got a message from Archie, who I've basically I tell my moderators just because I'm not in the loop, just to message me if things are. He says that's fine. Archie, I'm reading a message now. I'll just turn my phone completely off silent. And then along with earlier comments about him. And then also Alex, Rihanna is causing trouble in the live chat. He said that this film was finished. That's fine, guys. Yeah, do what you need to do. But I'm just going to look now. So I said The Matrix, which was one that's kind of a... Because
I haven't seen Scorsese's Casino either, which I hear is pretty incredible.
Yeah, that is. I haven't. Let me just look. I'm just looking at like the top rated films on Letterboxd that I haven't seen. I mean, there is a lot here. But I haven't, like, for example, I want to see Come and See. What's the one? Harakie. I always get that one mispronounced. It's the Masasaki Kobayashi film.
Oh, yes. I know the one you're on about now.
Just lots of Kurosawa films, High and Low.
Yeah.
That's like the second highest rated film. Edward Yang, stuff like To Summer Day in Yi.
Yeah.
Stuff like that, basically.
If it was like a year ago, I would have loads. Because in the last year, I've watched like the Rocky films, Godfather, Goodfellas, Taxi Driver. I watched all those classics for the first time in the last year.
Yeah, I watched quite a few of the classics as well, like Gone with the Wind. I managed to watch.
Yeah.
Anyway, we've got Amani saying, watched Requiem for a Dream last night, and wow, that turned into pretty much a horror film. It does at the end. Yeah. You seen Requiem for a Dream?
I have not seen that movie. I have not. And to be honest, I've heard of it, but I really don't know anything about that one.
Yeah, keep it like that. I would recommend you just keep it like that, because it is really, really good.
I will do that then.
It does kind of become a horror film at the end. What were you going to say, sorry?
I do hope to get around to watching that one soon, to be fair. I've heard it's great.
Got Movie Dude says, GTA is my favourite game. Very good. GTA is good. It's a good game. Can have a lot of fun on it. Yeah,
definitely.
Wormy Spoon says, I'm never ashamed of films I have not seen. I love them like an undiscovered treasure. I do not regret plenty I have watched, not getting them hours back. Yeah.
That's fair enough. Can't argue that.
I'm sure James and everyone else who watched Tom and Jerry are going to be regretting that there was the 100 minutes that they lost.
Film of the year.
But it feels like quite a controversial comment to bring up how bad Tom and Jerry is, especially, some people are a little... anyway, moving on.
I saw over on Alex's channel there was some very upset people.
Oh wow, we've had quite a few. We've actually got 34 people watching. I just want to say hello, everyone. Thank you for watching. Usually, I mean, sometimes I get this amount of people, sometimes I don't. So it's always great to have a lot of people watching.
Definitely.
Cameron B says, if you're trying to get someone into Star Wars, do you show them the prequels first or original? I'll let you answer this one first, James. I know you're a big Star Wars fan.
Well, it's interesting because when I started going out with my girlfriend, she hadn't seen Star Wars, and I was like, right, well, it's a no-go if you don't watch him. I was like, end of story. Exactly. So I did make her watch them in chronological order. So she did watch the prequels first, and she got on with them fine and really enjoyed them all. So I think I would actually say, I know they're not as good as the originals, obviously, but I think I would actually say start the prequels. If you don't like them, it's only 3 movies, and then you're in the clear. So I think I would say start from the start and go story chronological order. Yeah,
I'd agree with that as well. Yeah, I'd agree with that. We've got Alex. Of course, you did. Oh yeah, this is something about whatever Rehan said.
Yeah.
Movie Dude. SpongeBob one is really fun. The story is very good. It's very, very good made. Played the SpongeBob movie game on PS2. I had no idea how to play. Very good, Movie Dude. Thank you for sharing that with us. We've got Ben Fluten says, PS2 was my first console. The memories I have of that console, I remember Simmons Hit and Run and
Simpsons. Simpsons Hit and Run. I used to have that game as well. That was
someone's put that Simpsons.
Yeah. It's funny because I still remember all the classic PS2 games. It's like that console it's such a timepiece. It's so nostalgic for me. But yeah, no, they're both great games there.
We've got Luke here. He says, what's the first film you saw in cinemas? Mine would be Monsters vs. Aliens.
Oh, I remember that film. That wasn't too bad. That movie. It was a good little kids
that was
film.
my first cinema experiences. I forgot how old I was now. But what
Yeah,
was your games?
I think it was Finding Nemo.
That's a good one to start off with.
Yeah, what was that? 2003? 2000?
I think it might have been.
Because
Yeah.
I don't know. My dad might have taken me to see Attack of the Clones or something like that, but I do not remember it for the life of me. I vaguely remember seeing Nemo and Revenge of the Sith and Over the Hedge, which I think are all from that same sort of time period, like 2003, 2005 ish.
Yeah.
So I think it was Nemo.
Got Ben's film collection. Great YouTubers, both great channels. Thank you very much, Ben.
Thank you.
What's your favorite comedy film of all time? For me, it would go with Some Like It Hot, Shaun of the Dead. Those are definitely, because I've seen them more than once and the jokes still hold up. Elf as well. They're my top three. What about you, James?
I've got to go to Cornetto films. I've got to say Hot Fuzz and Shaun of the Dead. Like, I burst out laughing at all those jokes. I love really British comedy films. But yeah, I definitely go those two. And I do like The World's End a lot as well. I think that's a really good movie still.
Peter says, there is so much story behind The Exorcist, well worth watching a doc about it. Yeah, I've heard about all kind of the spooky things that went on during the making of that film. I'm probably going to watch it on streaming. I have a feeling I'm really going to like it because I really like William Friedkin as a director. He did French Connection, which I loved. So, and I'll definitely probably pick it up on Blu-ray. You get a few different cuts with that as well. The special features for that I would expect to be really good. Yeah,
I've actually got it on Blu-ray. Someone sent it to me. I've got the HMV slip.
Oh, that's the one that I've kind of had my eye on.
Yeah, it's been sitting there for a while. I do really need to watch it, and I do plan to. It's just obviously there's so many films got to get round to.
Exactly, yeah. Got Cameron B. I have been watching the Die Hard movies for the first time, and I feel like this is an unpopular opinion. I didn't like Die Hard 2, loved 1 and 3. I don't know about that. I've seen the first Die Hard, and that's it. So I don't know if people really love the second one. Have you seen any of this Die Hard sequels, James?
I've seen them all, yeah. It's been a while, but it's funny enough, my favourite is 1, 3 and 4. So I must admit.
Oh, really?
2, well, I do like 2 a lot. It's just the 5th one that sucks.
Yeah. Especially with these action franchises, when they branch off and do loads of sequels, there's bound to be that really bad one.
To be fair, Die Hard done a good job at keeping it going for as long as it did. I think I wouldn't have expected it to make 3 good following movies.
Yeah, I will be watching the subsequent sequels at some point.
Yeah.
With Oswald the Cat, Moviebug needs to get the Bergman box set.
Yeah, there's a few sets I've had my own. Someone keeps telling me to get and I do agree, I do need to get it, but I keep getting pestered to get the Hitchcock.
There it is.
Oh, and the Godzilla one. I need the Godzilla. Oh, yeah, I do want that Godzilla set, I must say.
It is awesome. I love it. It is really good.
Yeah.
But knowing me. Sorry, James. No, I interrupted you. Go ahead.
When I watch Godzilla versus Kong, I'll probably be all hyped and I'll be straight on Amazon like, need more Godzilla. Give it to me.
I'm because the thing is with the set, I was watching them and they've got different cuts of the film. So on the one disc for the original 1954 Godzilla, and then on that disc you get the original Japanese one, and then you get like the American remake, which was does actually have loads of clips from the original. And actually the director Hiroshio Honda is credited as a co-director on that film because they used so much of his footage. Yeah. And then the main disc, I don't know why they did this, but the main disc for Godzilla versus Kong, the original, was the American remake, which was really, I was like, I wanted to watch the Japanese one.
Yeah, definitely.
That's what I'm here for. So I finished, I thought I finished watching the whole set the other day. I put on the supplements disc, and the original Japanese Godzilla vs. Kong is on the supplements disc.
That seems like such an odd place to put it.
I was like, it's here. That's great. I can watch it because I really wanted to watch the original in kind of preparation for this new one coming out.
Oh, definitely. It seems so weird that they put it there, but
I don't know
Hey,
why
at
they did
least
that,
at
but
least it's in. I have a question about that set actually, because I was talking to someone about it the other day. Is the first Gamera film in there? Because someone was telling me it was, and
no.
I didn't think it was.
Yeah, I looked through the supplements. I didn't see anything about Gamera. It's
Yeah.
all Godzilla is in all the
hmm
films. It's
hmm
all the Godzilla stuff from 1954 to 1975. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think it would be in there.
But I've had a lot of fun with this set, so I'm
Mm.
probably going to pick up the Gamera stuff at some point when the price goes down.
Yeah, I've just finished the first set, and I've had a lot of fun with that as well.
I mean, I watched your, what I watched in
Yeah.
February, and it's good hearing your thoughts on the films.
Yeah, I mean they're not great, but they are what they are.
Yeah, the same goes for Godzilla. Some of them are like quite bad and dull because there's so many human characters, but some of them are really fun, and one of them's like really trippy, and it's like, especially moving to the 70s, they're trying to evoke Bond, so you kind of got like there's like a Godzilla theme tune. It's fun.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm there for. Those kind of movies. I don't need these well-made, spectacular masterpieces. I just want they're people dressed in these stupid costumes fighting. Fun is the best you can do.
Tarkovsky, you guys can wait. Yeah. I'm going with Godzilla.
Exactly. I want to see a guy in a monkey costume fight a guy in a lizard costume.
You got Dariush. Hello, how's everyone doing? We're very well, thank you, Dariush. Thanks for stopping by. Oswald the Cat, High and Low is my favorite Kurosawa. Yeah, that's one I really want to watch. I've only seen 2 Kurosawas, Seven Samurai and Rashomon. That's it so far.
Well, I've seen 0, so I need to get on that.
Yeah, he's a great director.
Yeah.
Oh, here's another one. I haven't seen One Who Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
I haven't seen that either. I haven't seen that either.
About that. Thanks for reminding us about that movie, dude. We've got Ben's film collection. I've always loved all of Zack Snyder's films, and Batman vs Superman is my favorite super. Oh wow, that's quite the statement, Ben.
Yeah. But I'm not a Zack Snyder fan.
I haven't seen too much of him. The thing is with Batman v Superman is when I first watched it, I actually thought it was good, and then I watched it at the cinema. I've got the extended cut on Blu-ray, and I'm going to give it a rewatch for the new Justice League coming out, just kind of to see what I actually think of it now, because I haven't seen it in so long.
Yeah.
Apart from that, I don't think I've seen any other Zack Snyder films.
I've seen a handful of them. My favorite
is Man of Steel.
Yeah, that might be my favorite Snyder film. It's either that or the Dawn of the Dead remake. I'm just not a fan. Visually, he's a great director.
I completely agree. Yeah,
but his style of filmmaking doesn't agree with me.
Yeah, he's barely made any films though. I thought he'd made a lot. He's only made what?
Did you?
One. Sorry.
Did you see the trailer to his new one that just dropped? I forget.
Oh yeah, Army of the Dead.
That's it.
Yeah, I saw the trailer for that.
It didn't look too bad, I guess.
It looked okay. Yeah, I haven't seen Watchmen, which I'd like to see. I haven't seen 300.
Yeah. I've sat through that as well.
He's just does it all. I sat through it.
Yeah, he's just not for me. He doesn't agree with me.
We'll see how his Justice League turns out.
Yeah,
it'll
I know
how
know how that's going to turn out.
I mean, 4 hours, 4 hours and 1 minute.
Oh god,
4 hours.
I might kill myself halfway through it. I mean.
Now we've got Dariush at 8:30. I'll be going to rewatch Coming to America with some mates before seeing the second one. Yeah, have fun with that, Dariush. I'm going to watch the original at some point. Well, at some point before I watch the new one.
Yeah.
So it might be even this week, maybe.
I plan on doing the exact same.
Yeah. Wormy Spoon says Requiem for a Dream is an experience. I would class a few films that I've seen as an experience, which I love. I completely love when I have a proper experience with a film. Yeah. Requiem doesn't really hit the nail on the head for me with that. But it's still a fantastic film. I can't deny that.
Yeah.
Also, he's never seen any Star Wars or Lord of the Rings, and only just beginning to work through the Marvel films. Wow, we've got a lot of catching up to do, all.
Yeah, you'll be there for a good year on the Marvel films.
Yeah.
Especially with the show starting now as well. Now you got to deal with the WandaVision.
Definitely. But have fun with that all. I personally, out of all those franchises you've named, Star Wars is my favorite out of all of them.
Yeah.
I love that. It's just incredible. I love Star Wars. So, yeah, hopefully you enjoy the Star Wars films.
Yeah, I think honestly though, they're my three favorite series of films. There, like you've got some incredible stuff to watch.
We've got Max. Hello, Max. How are you?
Hello.
Got Alex says, Lucas, when are you going to finish the Before trilogy soon? I'm so happy you really like the first one. We need to get James to watch them as well. Yes.
I might pick the set up at some point. It's just that big old price on it that's putting me off. But I do really want to watch them because, especially after Alex said it's like his second or third favorite trilogy ever. I do really want to watch it.
Yeah, this month, Alex, I'm planning on finishing the final two films off. So Ben says, controversial, I know, about Batman v Superman. Are you both excited for Justice League Zack Snyder cut? You're gonna make my video get this live stream get loads of dislikes.
Yeah, I'm dreading the film coming out in a way because I'm going to review it and I'm probably going to take a giant dump on it, and the Snyder fans are going to come over and then take a giant dump on me.
It's interesting for me because before the final trailer came out for the film, I was actually really looking forward to it. I was like, I'm interested to see what they do. Then the trailer came out, and we had the Joker moment, and we had that image of the Joker with looking like Jesus, and then I started to think, oh, just by the way, we're almost at 40 people watching, which is almost like a record high for me.
Very nice.
We're on 39, so that is, I appreciate everyone watching. Thank you. But and now down to 34, so didn't really reach that. But anyway, and I was thinking about it, and I was thinking, okay, 4 hours. So it's going to be longer than Gone with the Wind. It's going to be longer than Seven Samurai. It's going to be longer than Once Upon a Time in America. A Zack Snyder Justice League film is going to be longer than all. Is this necessary? Is this really necessary? What more could he possibly add? I'll watch it. I'm intrigued by it. I hope I enjoy it. His visual style is really great. From the trailers, we've got some great visuals, but it just seems, especially that Joker moment at the end of the trailer, it kind of just sucked. I'm sorry.
Yeah. It's funny. It's like when I do the podcast with Ryan, because Ryan is not a Snyder fan either, and Ryan says this, so I am, but I completely agree with him. It's like, I can't believe that with Marvel, we're now at the stage where we're seeing characters like Wanda and Vision get their own show where they're in the center, and we've had all these other weird, quirky characters introduced like Korg and Meek. And with DC, we're still stuck on the same core group, and we haven't even gone to characters like Martian Manhunter. Black Adam's only been name dropped so far. It's like, it's just dull.
Yeah, we'll see where they take this franchise in the future.
Yeah.
We've got Wormy Spoons. I stopped Tom and Jerry and saved myself.
You're a better man than me then.
Yeah, I was thinking about watching Tom and Jerry. I was like, maybe I'll watch it. It's a new release. And then the reviews came out. And then I don't think I'm going to watch it now.
I'd be curious to see what you think of it. I mean, I think I know what you think of it, but I'd be curious to see a video of what you think of it.
Maybe one day. I've got a little brother, so if he ever watches it, if he wants to watch it, and I might watch it with him and just experience it. Movie Dude says, Coming to America is really good. It's so funny. Can't wait for 2, which is just 2 days away. Comes out this Friday, doesn't it?
I think so. Yeah, I might watch the first one tonight or tomorrow because I've never seen it. So.
We've got All says, most disturbing performance by an actor or actress. Mine would be Isabella Andanji in Possession, 1981. Just
that's quite.
When that came to mind, the first person that pops in my head is Shelley Duvall in The Shining. Because she showed a distressing performance as well that she did. What do you think, James? Do you have any ideas?
I'm actually not too sure. I'm looking at my Donnie Darko set, weirdly, and I found like Jake Gyllenhaal really odd in that movie, like really hard to watch sometimes. But I think that's the way the filmmakers intended it.
Definitely. I mean, I could go and say, you know, Robert De Niro in Taxi Driver as well. He's so good in that film. He's incredible in that film.
Yeah.
You see this very disturbed man kind of
maybe Jesse Eisenberg in Batman v Superman. Sorry, I need to get those DC films out of my head, or else I'll rag on them all night.
Ellen Bernstein in Requiem for a Dream. I know this film's been brought up quite a bit, but she was really, she stole the show in that film. She was really great in it. She was really good. Probably go with those at the moment.
Yeah.
Alex, Star Wars is the only franchise I watch in chronological order. Every other franchise, like the MCU, I watch in release order.
I do that. It's rare I actually watch Star Wars in order because I've seen the film so many times now. I'll normally just I normally just watch the prequels now, if I'm being honest, because they just take me back to my childhood.
Yeah, well, when it was Christmas, I rewatched the prequel trilogy, and I don't get it. None of the prequel films are bad. None of them are bad. They're so you know, I can't believe it. Like Attack of the it's called Attack of the Clones, isn't it?
Yeah.
That is lower rate. That's like I've got a 2.5 on Letterboxd, and Rise of Skywalker somehow has a slightly higher score than that. And how does that even make any sense?
I swear, I'll never understand how people like The Rise of Skywalker. As soon as I heard that line where it's like, somehow Palpatine has returned, it's like, that's it? That's it? I don't understand how anyone could back this film after that.
What do you call it? The kind of the prologue thing with the... it's like, the dead speak.
Yeah.
That's the first line. The dead speak.
The funniest thing was like, his message has been sent out across the galaxy. You can hear that message if you go on the game Fortnite. That's where they put the message. They linked it to the game Fortnite. It's like, this is terrible.
And the bit at the end, Rey Skywalker.
Oh, Dan, I laughed. I'm pretty sure I laughed. I think that's the worst movie I've ever seen.
My head just fell shamefully, and I was looking down. I couldn't look up.
But I think I was
some people out on the internet actually will call that film a masterpiece. I'm not joking. People have said it. I've heard it.
I'm so biased towards Star Wars. I love it so much, but that film is just
painful.
Worst.
I've only seen it once.
Yeah,
it's once. I just remember like when I first watched it, and I just kept on thinking about it. It got me angrier and angrier. It got me so. Yeah,
I couldn't believe I walked out the cinema hating a Star Wars film. I just couldn't believe it. I
was trying to be like, it wasn't that bad. It was still bad, but it wasn't as bad as I'm thinking. Oh, we've just hit 40 people watching. That's great. Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you, everybody. But I was just thinking, it isn't that bad.
The worst thing is telling people. I remember coming home to my parents liked Star Wars, and they were like, "Oh, how was it?" And I was like,
"Yeah,
it was bad." Very bad. And then my colleague is a huge Star Wars fan. He was going opening day because I went midnight. We were going into work that day, and he's been, "Oh, how was it?" I was like, "Terrible."
Did he like it?
No, he didn't. He come out and was like, "Yeah, that was because he liked The Last Jedi a lot." So I was a bit worried because I like The Last Jedi, but I don't love it. But I was a bit worried. I was like, "Oh, he might like it." No, I remember him texting me after he saw it, and he was like, "You were right."
I remember when I after the school holidays, I was back at school, and people kind of like, "How did you not enjoy it?" I mean, they kind of they thought it was like the final Star Wars film ever, because the marketing says, you know, the end of the saga, or whatever. And I was like, "Come on." Yeah, it's not. I knew when the film. We all know that it's not going to be the last Star Wars film. They're developing Star Wars films now.
Yeah,
and it was like, yeah, I'm glad it's not the last Star Wars film, because what a note to end on.
Oh God, it annoys me so much, that film. Unlike anything else.
Anyway, let's just quickly move on. We've spent enough time on on this
Yeah.
subject. Gosh, we've got so many comments. I've just seen when I'm scrolling through. If Ollie is still watching, we have Ollie here. Welcome, Ollie.
Hello.
It's really happy to have you. Again, if you say anything out, I probably won't be able to see it because we've got so many comments here. We've got Batel. He says, I really want to get into Buster Keaton. Which film would you recommend starting out with? Have you seen anything from Buster Keaton, James?
I don't think I have off the top of my head. There might be one that's escaping me, but I really can't think of any at the minute.
Yeah, I've seen quite a few Buster Keaton films. I've seen almost all of his feature films, and I've worked my way through his short films in this lovely Masters of Cinema box set.
Yeah.
And also the cat just down here is helping Bertel out, saying Sherlock Jr. is a decent 45 minutes to general. Yeah, so when I was getting into Keaton, because I've seen a considerable body of his work, so I feel kind of qualified to give you an answer, Bertel. I started out with Sherlock Jr., which Oswald the Cat here is, recommending you to do. But I don't like Sherlock Jr. I really don't. I mean, it's 45 minutes. It's like it's just getting into a feature film. So it's not long at all, not even an hour long.
Yeah.
So maybe because I started off with that, I didn't like it. But if you love it or if you don't like it, still, I would recommend start with that. But then go to the general, because the general by far is his best work. It's so good. It's like pretty much an entire what do you call it, like a train chase. Like in it is so good. The stunts are like so good. Yeah. Also, if you're in the UK, Batel, buy some Masters of Cinema. They do like a 3-film thing of his films. There's 3 of them out there, 3 volumes, I believe. I've got all 3, and they're really great. So yeah, hopefully that helps.
Yeah, I might have to pick them up myself. To be fair, you're selling me on them.
Yeah,
as well.
they're really nice sets, James. And yeah, definitely go with the first one they released is Sherlock Jr. Was the General, and what's the other one? Well, it doesn't really matter, but that's the first 3, and they're kind of the main 3. They're really great, yeah. And All says it's certainly up there. Oswald watched it for the first time yesterday. I think. Oh yeah, Oswald put Possession as a masterpiece. If it's the film I'm thinking of, I believe. What's his name? He was in Hunt for the Wilder People, and he's in Jurassic Park.
Oh, Sam Neill.
Yeah, I believe he's in this Possession film. I would like to watch Possession quite a lot, but I don't know if it's on any streaming platforms. But yeah.
I know that Sam Neill likes to do all those smaller indie films. He's quite good at doing stuff like that and then going back to bigger stuff.
Movie Dude says, the first movie I watched in the cinema was Ice Age 4. I'm a good memories and I like it. Yeah, I don't know if I've seen that one.
I've seen it. I can't lie, I'm not a big fan of it. I apologise. But hey, it's still a cool first film to see. Yeah.
We've got Kyra says, I saw Earwig and the Witch the other day, and even though I initially didn't mind Studio Ghibli experimenting with 3D animation, the story was pretty weak and didn't have any likable characters. Have you seen that, James?
I haven't seen it. It's their new one, I believe, and I've heard it's not very good, which is such a shame because I was always under the impression that Studio Ghibli's reputation was pretty flawless, and I've loved every movie I've seen from them so far. So this is a bit of a shame for me, I think.
I've seen a trailer for it, and to be honest, when I saw the trailer, I thought this doesn't look very good. From the 3D animation, it didn't look too good, and the story didn't look good either. But I've still yet to really delve into Studio Ghibli work. I've only seen one of. I've seen My Neighbor Totoro, which I wasn't a big fan of that film.
Oh, really? Yeah. See, I quite liked it, other than the cat. The cat freaked me out. That was like a bus. I was like, because then they got on it, and the cat. They rode the cat, so I was like, I'm not sure about that. That just seems way too weird for me.
No, yeah, it was. I understand what it was going for, and I get it. Like, I'm not. I just.
Yeah,
it wasn't really for me. Cameron B said, Finding Nemo was my first film in cinemas. I remember seeing the trailer for Cat in the Hat and thinking, oh, that looks good. How dumb I was.
You know what? Yeah, when I used to visit Ryan when he was at university, and we'd have nights where we'd stay at his and have a few drinks, Cat in the Hat would go on a lot. That film is strangely terrifying.
I think I've seen it when I was very, very young. I
It's
can't remember much.
it's awful. It's absolutely awful, but in an amazing way. It's so uniquely awful.
Yeah, it's not a film that I probably will watch.
No, I wouldn't blame you at all.
Got Wormy, Spoonsit, Movie Bug. Have you seen any of these? Mr. Nobody, The Fountain, What Dreams May Come, Flash of Genius, or the new Ridley Scott, Aaron, I don't know how you pronounce that, show, Raised by Wolves. Have you seen any of those, James?
No.
I mean, I've only seen have I seen any of them? I haven't seen any of them either.
I haven't even heard of half of them.
Yeah, Fountain is a Darren Aronofsky film. I'd like to watch that.
That's the only one I think I've actually heard of. What Dreams May Come? I think I've heard of that one.
That's been mentioned before on a few streams. Raised by Wolves I know of. I know the show. I'm not going to watch it because it's just a show and I do films and, you know. But no, we haven't seen any of them.
No.
Also, With Nell and I and In Bruges are the best comedies. In Bruges is good. I've got With Nell and I, actually.
So I have that as well, but I haven't watched it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet either.
I've got an Arrow as well of that one.
My friend really, really loves With Nell and I. It's like one of his favourite films.
I do really want to watch. To be fair, Arrow might be my favourite line of Blu-rays because I always have a blast with them. Always.
I mean, they are good. They're really good fun.
Yeah.
And Movie Dude, Some Like It as a Classic, certainly is. Winslow PS2, GTA San Andreas, and what was it, SS Tricky was my faves.
I never really played GTA when I was younger, so I don't really know. I only got the one on. I think it came with my PlayStation 4, the 5th one, and it was just a game that all my mates played. So it was like, yeah, sure, I'll get it so I can play with my friends.
Yeah. Ben's film collection. If you could go back and see a film again for the first time, what would it be? I'd probably go with 2001. 2001 Space Odyssey.
Yeah, I would. I think I'd travel back to the first Star Wars just to be there with the height.
So maybe is Ben asking, could you travel like to like 1977? Like,
right. Oh, so
that would be great.
Well, if it's I was going to say, if it's a film that like I've seen and I'd like to experience again, maybe Endgame, just because I remember the ending to that was one of the most hype moments I've ever had in the cinema. Yeah,
that's a good moment. Wormy Spoon says, I'd like to watch The Matrix again for the first time. The Fight Club and The Usual Suspects would be good. Usual Suspects is good, yeah. Alex says, Godzilla vs. Kong came out in the UK on my birthday. I hope it's good. So yeah. So Alex, will you be watching Godzilla vs. Kong for your birthday?
That could be a bad birthday.
Alex said it comes out in the UK on the 31st of March. So are you saying that we're going to actually be able to get this at like £20 rental?
Yeah, because I will rent this one. To be fair, I will rent this and Raya. I'm not sure if I can pay money for Justice League. That one I'm not sure on. But the other two I'll definitely pay money for.
I was thinking there's a lot of films coming out on Friday. We've got the new Coming to America film, Raya, WandaVision.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot to watch on Friday. And my new film, Melancholy Man's coming out. So it's a busy day on Friday. Yeah.
Well, I've got to. Yeah, I have to. I've got to watch WandaVision for Alex's stream. To be fair, though, I am dying to know how that's going to end.
I mean, I've never gotten up early to watch a WandaVision episode, but on Friday I will be there at 8 o'clock to watch.
So annoyed. I have to wait till I finish work, and I see people tweeting about it. I'm like,
that's what I get. All these little, Americans watching it at 3 o'clock in the morning, so they're all tweeting. I'm like, don't watch it at 3 o'clock in the morning, bad people. We get it before you.
Yeah, I the thing that I remember was with Mandalorian season 2. Me, Ryan, and my mate Luke would all watch it together, but we had to wait for my mate Luke to finish work, which was 5:30. So we normally didn't start until 6 in the evening. That was painful because I'd get home from work at about 3, and I'd still have to wait another 3 hours before I could watch it.
Spoilers for that show on Twitter were insane.
Oh, it was terrible. Yeah.
Got Movie Flick Van. Hi, Lucas. Yesterday, when I said people, please, I wasn't begging you, Lucas, or anything like that. I hope you didn't. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I know you weren't bugging me, but you're telling me to subscribe to you. It's fine. I saw your comments. We flipped that. Movie Worm Spoons, Wormy Spoons. It's an interesting name, man. Wormy Spoons. It's kind of hard to get out. It's not even related to me. So, anyway, Arthur Burling. Hello, Arthur. And everyone's wishing Alex happy early birthday. So yes, I will. I wish you happy birthday, Alex.
Yes,
on the day as
definitely.
well. But happy birthday, early happy birthday. Josh says, I was watching Steve Zissou today and thought it was pretty entertaining so far. I do like that one quite a bit, actually. I really do like Steve Zissou. It is a really good Wes Anderson.
Yeah, I really connect with that one. I think it's just because I love Bill Murray. It's nice seeing him in the lead.
He is
of the
good.
Western. He cracks me up. My favourite scene is still the bit where the pirates take over the boat, and he decides to take the boat back. I mean, it doesn't make sense at all, but it's amazing.
It certainly is. And Movie Dude is gone. Bye.
Oh, bye, Movie Dude.
Bye. Oswald the Cat says, I think he's talking to someone else there. Oh, yeah, Movie Bug, I think that stands for. It may be interesting that you watched Seven Samurai was a major influence on Star Wars. It certainly was. You can see that.
Well, I think there were just so many films that influenced Star Wars. I mean, I've seen George Lucas talk about it in interviews, and he has mentioned Seventh Samurai and a load of other classics. And I think that's why Star Wars is as good as what it is, although the original films were, just because there were so many greats that come before it. He sort of combined the best elements of them to make Star Wars.
Yeah. So I'm just checking out the comments, see how far it takes me to scroll back up. We've got quite the ways to go. By the way, people, 9 o'clock is kind of the cutoff point for the stream, because that we would have been streaming for a full 2 hours. So if we're still like this, like 9:30, I might not have 8:30 when we're approaching ending it. I might have to pick and choose which was what Alex did actually. Because we do get a lot of comments, which I always appreciate the comments, and I hate it when I skip people's comments. I always try and address everyone's comments, but sometimes there's just so many.
Yeah, I've had to do the same on my own stream a few times.
I've got Movie Database. Hello, guys. Have you watched The Company You Keep, starring Robert Redford and Shia LaBeouf? I haven't, actually, and I have no idea Robert Redford did a film with Shia LaBeouf. Have you seen this one, James?
I haven't, but I love both those actors, so I would be very curious to watch that.
I'm not a fan of Shia LaBeouf very much.
You know, in real life, he makes some very questionable decisions. But I don't mind him as an actor. Like, after seeing things like Fury and Peanut Butter Falcon, there is a great actor in there.
Yeah, if it's this film, wait, let me just see. Is it the film that is it the Robert Altman film, Movie Database, with Neve Campbell, Malcolm McDowell, James Franco? Let me just see. Maybe not. Maybe. Have you watched The Company? Oh, The Company You Keep.
Oh, I see. Yes.
I didn't see that. And it's actually directed by Robert Redford as well. Huh.
Oh,
did not know that.
I didn't realize he'd done much directing, to be honest. I knew he'd done a couple bits, but
he's actually directed quite a few. In fact, he directed a film called Ordinary People, which won Best Picture at the Oscars. And he also directed Quiz Show, which is on Disney Plus. I really want to watch that. That looks great. He's directed he's got 10 directing credits on, what do you call it, Letterboxd.
Okay. Oh, nice. I didn't realise, to be fair. I think he's a great actor, so.
Hold on. Film Flick fan, don't spam. Why did you... I got it the first time, thank you. Anyway, best twist in a film, The Sixth Sense, is the all-time Old Boy. Old Boy's best twist. All Usual Suspects. How about you, James?
The one that I'm going to say, looking back at it, I think you can actually see it coming, because I've rewatched this film recently, and I'm like, how did I not see this twist coming? But I do remember the first time I watched Shutter Island, I must have just been half asleep or something. Yeah. When that twist happened at the end, I was like, what the... Oh, that blew me away.
I've seen it once, and I didn't really like the twist. I didn't like it.
Oh, see, yeah. I I really loved it, but the second on rewatch, because I could sort of see it coming. I knew it was coming, but I was putting pieces together, and I was a bit like, "How didn't I get that twist?"
Yeah, I just kind of was like, "Is this really the twist? Is this it?" Like, I thought it was. Is it a dream? I don't. I'm gonna rewatch it. I've only seen it once. I'm rewatching it.
Yeah.
Rewatch this filmography, so I will rewatch it very soon.
Yeah.
I'll see what I think about it. I've not seen it twice, but got Max Field here. No problem, Max Field.
Hello.
Okay. Got Wimmy Spoons. That is why I'm trying to get people to watch What Dreams May Come. That film is definitely an experience. Okay, I will. I think you mentioned this before. I'm gonna have to. I think you mentioned this yesterday. Oh yeah, you did with Robin Williams. I'll add it to my watch list. Yeah. Josh, Son of the Mask is a masterpiece of poop. I saw your review of that, Josh, on Letterboxd. If you did a review on it, but I saw a very, very negative score for that film.
Oh dear.
We've got Ben Flute in here. It says, "How is the Snyder Cut going to be longer than films like Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring?" It is. That's gonna happen, Ben. This is the world we live in.
Yeah, everyone's just as confused as you.
Yeah. Max Field here saying, "After making Hyde, has there been any new opportunities coming? Are you beginning to get help for future productions?" Well, the thing is, Hyde was released at the end of 2019, and at that point I was in year 11, and then moving on to 2020, I knew I had my GCSEs coming up. So what my plan was to make a film after I did my GCSEs in June and July. I was planning it with my friend. I wrote the script, and COVID hit. So I didn't make a short film in 2020 for obvious reasons, because I couldn't get any actors or anything. I have since moved schools, actually, because I'm in college now. When I made Hyde, I was in year 11, and so now it's the people that I made Hyde with are either still, or because some of them were actually in year 10 when I was making it, and I'm actually not. I call myself friends with some of the people that were in the film. They're mainly acquaintances, because Abby, she got me loads more of her friends to be in it for me, which really helped build up the cast and get characters, which was so much appreciated. So unfortunately not. I mean, with COVID, it's hard. Some people are uncomfortable with wanting to work during COVID, and and so unfortunately not. No. My two latest short films, Blood was just me. Melancholy Man was me and two other people, but they were voice roles. So yeah, unfortunately not. Just because matters out of my control.
Well, no, that's it. It's I'm guessing like next year though, you'll be back to making more like
definitely, yeah.
more people in it and stuff.
If I can get actors, because I barely know anyone in college, just because it's week on, week off. I'm only there 3 days, so
yeah,
I'm gonna have to. I think I'm near a drama thing. I'm gonna just have to get the word out. I need actors, please.
Yeah.
Because most people, it's so hard, especially to get male actors. It's like, and I've got friends, but either they wouldn't want to do it or they wouldn't be too good in it.
Yeah.
So
I remember when I was at sixth form, we used to make like we get assigned things like we'd have to make an opening sequence for a movie, or we actually shot a music video.
Oh, that's cool.
I've not put them on YouTube. They're just on a hard drive. They were actually turned out all right. But we used to just go around our sixth form block pulling people.
Yeah.
So in terms of acting, there was none.
Yeah. We've got Jake. I don't know if I addressed your comment, Jake. But hello, Jake, because I know you put something in saying you were late or something. Did I mention that? If I didn't, sorry about that. But it says, how Justice League fans see it, him. Joker, how see him equals Marilyn Manson Jesus. Okay.
Not too sure what you mean there.
Yeah. Are you comparing Joker to Manson? Like the Manson family? Marilyn? Is this to do with Marilyn Monroe? I don't. I'm sorry, Jake.
I'm not too sure either.
Yeah. Ben's Film Collection. When you're allowed out and to the shops are fully open, will you be both? Will you both be doing an out and about Blu-ray hunting videos? Of course, yeah. As soon as I can get out to HMV, I'll be doing my vlogs. Everyone enjoys them. I enjoy making them. They're really good fun. Of course, Ben. Yes.
Yeah. I hope to hopefully if the Comic-Con goes ahead at the end of July, I hope to take my camera there, do some filming.
Yeah.
Alex Pitt's going to Comic-Con.
Yeah, I saw that. It'd be great to have Alex in the video.
Get to see Alex. I can't remember whether Archie said he was going or not. Jake's going, I'm pretty sure, as well. So that should be a good video. Yes, I've been to this one a few times. This one's great. I much prefer the film cons to the Comic Cons because there's more actors and stuff that you can meet.
Yeah.
But I still love the Comic Cons at the XL. They're fantastic as well.
Yeah, unfortunately, London is quite far away from where I live.
Yeah,
so it would be nice because the only other Comic Cons I've been to is like they're being like local things. I mean, Jeremy Bullock was there, who played Boba Fett in the original.
Oh yes, I've met him and got his autograph.
Yeah, so did I. And I got Spencer Wilding, who was Darth Vader in Rogue One.
Oh yes.
Yeah, and he was also in Batman Begins as just like a thug.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, they're great.
Tall. He's very tall.
Yeah, I can imagine to get the Vader suit, but they're great at Comic Cons. I really love them. They're fantastic.
Got movie stick fan. I love my Marvel and Star Wars, brilliant movies, and I thought Star Wars: The Force Awakens was okay, but Star Wars: The Last Jedi is my favorite Star Wars film, and I guess Zack Snyder cut of Justice League.
I'm guessing maybe you ran out of words there for his comment.
Maybe, but I can't see anything. He hasn't followed it up.
Oh,
so.
Fair enough.
Oh wait, he has. A few minutes later. Sorry for my mistake. I'll probably watch Zack Snyder cut of Justice League, but I can't stand the original cut. It's too cheesy, and long extended or directed cuts are normally better. Generally, they can be. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I do like The Last Jedi. I don't get the hate for that one.
I like The Last Jedi a lot. Yeah, I wouldn't call it my favorite Star Wars film by no means.
Oh no, it's my favorite of the sequels, I think.
Yeah, same for me.
Yeah. The Josh Whedon Justice League sucks.
it certainly does.
Yeah.
We've got Peter. You've got DC have an Arrow universe on CW. I'm aware. Yes, I don't watch them.
You know what? I watched a lot of it. I watched 3 seasons of Flash, 5 seasons of Arrow, 2 of Legends, 2 of Supergirl.
Yeah, I watched the first season of Supergirl, I think, and that was it.
The thing is, when I was at Sixth Form, those shows were so popular then.
Really?
That was, I think, at their height. They were so popular. And most of the people I was in Sixth Form with watched them. So that's the only reason I watched them. And as soon as they started to fade out of popularity, I dropped them. I was like, no, okay, that's it. I don't have to watch it right now. Because they were just repetitive. Like I remember the first season of Flash being good, but then season 2, it was like, oh, here's another speedster who the Flash needs to learn how to go as fast as him to beat him. It was the same story.
That sounds a little rubbish.
And it was all just, it looked so cheap. Cheap.
It doesn't appeal to me, and plus I'm more of a film guy. I don't have time to dedicate to a show that's more than likely going to be bad. In fact, I started Breaking Bad. I finished the first season the other day.
Yeah,
I can't wait to get on with the next season. So I want to watch something actually that I know is good, and it comes highly recommended by so many people, rather than something that. And there's so many episodes of that. It's like there's so much.
Yeah, Breaking Bad is you'll have a blast with that one. That's amazing. I just started Mad Men today because of Mr. Alex Pitt. I've got 7 seasons of that, I think, to get through now. So
and Better Call Saul is that kind of essential viewing after Breaking Bad?
Yeah, it's a prequel because you wouldn't have met Saul yet, but when you meet Saul, it's just about what he was doing before Breaking Bad.
Okay,
and I've really loved that
as
well.
Does it tie in to that? At the end of Better Call Saul, is that a finished show?
The last season, I think they had to stop filming because of COVID, but the last season's coming out next year.
Okay,
but
so a new season of it.
It's definitely tying into Breaking Bad. It's really good. That whole Breaking Bad universe.
Okay, so, and like it's in that world, so will like characters from Breaking Bad pop up in Better Call Saul?
Yeah, I won't spoil it, but there are characters that have popped up from Breaking Bad, and it's...
Yeah, I wonder if Hank's in it. Does he appear?
I don't want to spoil nothing for you, but it's...
Okay, because I was talking to Alex about this yesterday on his stream. How, I mean, it's taken me too long to finish the first season. I started at the end of January, and I just finished it the other day. But it ended really well, and it's like, even Hank, who is a bit of an idiot towards Walter, I'll say, but it's still really interesting to see his side of it, working with the DEA, and he's kind of like a jerk, but he's kind of funny.
I think Hank's my favorite character. I love Hank, and then there's a couple characters that you haven't met yet, like Soul. There's a character called Gus and a character called Mike, and I love all of them. So you got some really...
Giancarlo, how do you say his name?
Yeah, he's Gus. Yeah, he's Gus. He's fantastic. He's so good. He's amazing. He's one of my favorite actors working in Hollywood right now. I think he's incredible.
Yeah. So now I'm really excited. And even his sister-in-law, Walter's sister-in-law, she's currently stealing things from shops. I like her. She's funny.
It's just... They're all really interesting.
Moments that, when you you might not remember this, but the baby shower that Walter's wife has, and then she's so excited about giving her this terrible tiara. Soul. It's like, and then when they're arguing, and then Walt just whistles and shuts them all up.
Yeah, that was so good. I really love his son in it as well. Walter Jr.
Yeah, it's kind of like, I like all the characters. It's and Jesse as well, Jesse Pinkman.
Yeah, Jesse. He might be coming to the Comic-Con actually.
That would be so cool.
So I'll definitely meet him if he turns up. Yeah,
that'd be awesome. Got Mitchell here, says, hi guys, and question, since you hate Justin Bieber, what is Justin Bieber more like? This happened. This was brought up in Alex's stream yesterday. Justin Bieber was brought up.
Yeah. The best thing that Justin Bieber done was being in Zoolander 2, because we got to see him get shot.
I brought that up. Yeah, but the only thing I've seen Justin Bieber do is get killed in Zoolander. Yeah. I've listened to one of his music. I've been watching his music videos. And in the interview with him, I've just seen him get killed.
I remember his music being played to death, because I think it was one of my holidays that I went on with all my mates, and it was just when that album came out of his that was really popular. Every bar, every club, it was on repeat. I was sick of it. I didn't like him before I went. I hated him when I come home.
We've got Wormy Spoons. Best hope it's good that Snyder cut, because Batman, I guess you mean Robert Pattinson as Batman, has problems. He has got Catwoman pregnant, allegedly. Is this like a plot thing in the film?
I'm not sure. I'm really not sure what that one's about.
Okay, well, we'll have to wait and find out. We've got Ollie asks, favorite Star Wars film for me, Revenge of the Sith. For me, it would be Empire Strikes Back. That is one of my favorite of all time, actually. I think I know the answer to this one from James.
Mine's really difficult, because as a film, I think it's Empire or A New Hope. But as a Star Wars movie, I think it is Revenge of the Sith. That film just...
Yeah, I know you really like Revenge of the Sith. I mean, Ollie, he cites it as his favorite Star Wars film. So
yeah, I think that film for me defines Star Wars. It feels the most like Star Wars. I love it so much.
I just wish it was longer.
Yeah,
it feels so much is going on in that film. I just wish if it was longer, it would have more space to kind of breathe.
Yeah, definitely. That's fair. But
anyway,
such a good movie.
You can basically watch the full of WandaVision in the same amount of time the Snyder Cut. Yeah.
Difference is you'll have a good time with WandaVision.
Yeah. Max Field. Any fans of RPGs? Tabletop or video game? I'm not familiar with these.
No, I don't really play any of them type of games, the RPGs games. No, not really for me.
That's all right. I'm just looking at comments. Seems to be going okay. No trolls have entered yet, thankfully. And Rihanna's gone, so that's always a good sign. We've got Amani. I think Snyder is trying to do a DC version of Endgame, trying to hit the 4-hour mark. I don't know. I mean, is it necessary to be 4 hours? We'll see. Obviously, Snyder thinks it is. That's his full-on vision. Nothing's going to be left on the cutting room floor. This is it. This is everything he's got. Here it is. It's 4 hours.
The thing is, I hope it's good for his sake, because him and the rest of the cast and the fans have built this movie up now so much. It's
the
not
Zack Snyder
good.
fans they're very dedicated to him. They have been campaigning for this for years. I mean, apparently they actually bought out one of the bits, New York is it called Times Square? The bit where all the advertising, apparently they bought out one of those, and it cost a lot of money, and they've been flying planes over Comic-Con.
I was going to say, I remember the Comic-Con banner. I was like, oh God, you guys are losers.
And then there was like stops of bring up Snyder Cut tweeting on Twitter.
And if the film sucks,
I feel like some of them are just gonna say it's great. If it sucks.
I've had my run-in with the Snyder fans. So I feel like no matter what, some of them are going to love it. So.
We've got James Millership here. Hello, James.
Hello.
How's it going? Mitchell says, does James have Skyfall on Blu-ray?
I do have Skyfall on Blu-ray. It's somewhere about.
Got Wormy Spoons. Ben, it wouldn't be as good as One Division. He's just replying to that. We've got Dan. Hello, Dan. How's it going?
Hello.
Ben's Film Collection Movie Bug. What would you rather sit through, a 4-hour Tom and Jerry extended cut or an 8-hour extended mix of Batman v Superman and Justice League?
Tom and Jerry all day. All day. Easy peasy. Tom and Jerry, that movie was bad, but the Tom and Jerry scenes weren't that bad. So whenever Tom and Jerry are on screen, it's like, yep, I can deal with this. This is fine.
Yeah. Movie Database. What do you think about the Total Recall remake? Haven't seen it.
I have seen it, surprisingly, but I can't remember it, so that probably doesn't say much. I haven't seen the original. I've only seen the remake.
I want to watch the original, yeah.
Arnie, isn't it? Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Yeah, Arnie's in there.
I love Arnie, so always going for an Arnie film.
Movie Flick fan says, sorry, my mistake. I'll probably watch the Zack Snyder cut of Justice League, but I can't stand the original cut. It's yeah, we already addressed this actually. Adam Sykes, what you guys think of the new Mortal Kin trailer? I think you mean Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Will you be watching the movie when released? For me, I've never played the games. I'm not familiar with the games. I'm not familiar with the original film. I've got no idea what it's about. So I started the trailer, but I think I had something on, or I just couldn't be bothered with it. So I watched about maybe less than half the trailer and turned it off. So I'm not going to be watching it. I just have no interest in it. It's not an IP that interests me at all. What about you, James?
I'm exactly the same. Never played anything. Never watched the original movie. And I didn't think the trailer looked very good. And unfortunately, I do have to watch it because Ryan has booked down one of our podcast episodes to talk about it a week after it comes out. So I've got to watch it.
Is Ryan a fan of Mortal Kombat? Or
no? No. He's still the same as us.
It's a new movie release, so you got to give people one.
That's it. I did say to him, I said, because it was only this week we were talking about it. I said, why are we doing this? We haven't done Tom and Jerry.
Yeah. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully it's at least a good film for you to sit through. Though. Archie is watching 3 Monday, attempting to put it on again. This isn't good at all. Archie, I think it's the best thing for you. Goodfellas is probably a masterpiece. I love it. You're treating yourself too much, Archie.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever watched a film that much in that short space.
I haven't. I've watched 2001 2 days in a row because I watched it, and then the next following day I watched it with a commentary. Yeah, because I've always wanted to watch it on commentary, but I thought, well, when I'm going to watch it on commentary, it's just going to make me want to watch the film normally. Yeah. So I watched it normally, and then the following day I watched the commentary of it. Yeah, the commentary was good. It was really interesting.
I can imagine, to be fair, actually, on that film. I don't know if I've ever watched a film like I finished it and started it again. I don't know if I've ever done that with a movie. I
don't think I've done that. No, other than 2001 to an extent. I mean, I went to sleep and then I watched it, so it was a continual break.
Yeah, I've had a back-to-back viewing like daily. Like I think I've done that with Wolf of Wall Street. I think I've done that with Mad Max Fury Road. So I have done it before, but
Yeah. Got James Millership. Do you collect BFI releases? Yes, I do. I love the BFI releases. How about? Do you have any BFI Blu-rays, James?
I don't think I do. I don't think I do anyway.
Oh,
It's not
should
on my collection.
I think I've got most Blu-ray labels in the collection. I've got 288 films. I think it's like more of the niche kind of horror stuff. I don't really like 101 films. I think I don't think I have anything of theirs.
I've got one 101 film. Howard the Duck.
Oh
dear.
No, but I think I've got, yeah. I'm pretty sure I do. Anyway, Mitchell says, has the filmmaker watched any of the YTP videos of Star Wars Episode 1 and 3? YTP? YTP? I've got no idea what that stands for, Mitchell. YTP.
Sure.
So I could have watched them, but I've got no idea what YTP stands for. So, yeah. Get back to me on that one.
One of the best things that comes out of those prequels still is the memes that come out of those prequel movies.
They're great.
Top-notch memes there.
Adam Sykes. He's just got correcting himself there. I think we're just having a bit of a conversation here. I've got Amani. When I saw that dog in the far distance while watching Fantastic Mr. Fox, it felt a bit eerie to me. Good film, though. Yeah, that was a nice moment, actually. Yeah. I think it was a walk, Amani.
That I really love that movie, actually.
Yeah, that moment, whenever I watched Fantastic Mr. Fox almost on repeat as a kid, because it was so... One second, something just popped up on my computer. It's a stupid Microsoft auto update thing. I hate them.
Microsoft's such a pain.
I know. And I just love it. It was so weird. It was I'd never seen anything like it before because it was Wes Anderson style. I had never seen it. So I'm so glad he made that as a kid's film for me to watch. I had no idea what they would mean about cuss. Like, I cuss you. It's like, what does that mean? It's weird. Now I can get what he's saying. And so many things kind of went over my head, but it was so weird and strange. It kind of, both me and my brothers just continued watching it because it was so weird. For me, it's not weird now because it's Wes Anderson's style. And that moment where the wolf was stood there and they have that bit of really, really beautiful moment, actually. I always thought it was teasing a sequel or something. I was like, can we get another one? But that was like when I was 11 years old, maybe younger.
It's interesting though, because I actually used to watch that film like always as a kid as well. It used to always be on repeat. And I think for the exact same reasons, just because when I was younger, I wasn't as exposed to as many movies. So that one was just like, oh, this is quirky and new.
We've got James Millership asking, what's going to be the first film we're going to be watching in May? I've got no idea. Well, I don't think that far ahead.
No, I was going to say I can barely remember what's coming out this month, let alone in another couple months.
Is James asking like a new release, or is he asking like what is the first one you're going to watch in the month of May? New release for May would be Black Widow, which I'll watch.
Oh yeah, of course. I forgot that was May.
There's another one coming out in May, isn't there? I think at the end of May.
I don't know. I really don't. I can't remember.
I don't know. But yeah. Alex says, I'm currently working on an editorial on subjectivity of films. You might hear the Rise of Skywalker mentioned in that video. Oh God.
See, opinions are subjective, but that film is factually terrible.
No, Alex, I did message you about this. I'm very interested to see your editorial on this because I enjoyed your editorial on why movies matter. I think it was, and I'm wanting to make a kind of an analysis video essay thing on ranking Kubrick films, like a proper essay thing because I want to do that now with my favorite directors. Kubrick. I keep on like procrastinating about it because it's going to be so much work. And Scorsese, which is going to be even more work because he's got so many films that will be quicker. Because for Kubrick, because his filmography is considerably smaller than a lot of the people. I've got like a book on him and things. I'm going to do like loads of research, and then each film I touch on before I give my opinion on them in the ranking.
Yeah,
Talk about kind of behind the scenes stuff on it, and stuff like that.
To be fair though, when you make a video like that, you do feel really good once it's done. Like when you've put loads of effort into. Because I was doing that with. I was, funny enough, reviewing The Rise of Skywalker, and I was making the video in October, and I was going to put it out on the 1 year anniversary of the movie. Mid-December. So I was working on it for 2 months. I had loads of clips, and I was just talking over the clips and trying to explain why I thought it was trash. And I was very inspired by Ralph the Movie Maker, if you've watched him on YouTube.
Yeah, I've seen a few of his videos.
Really like him. So I was really inspired by him. I was trying to put some funny bits in there. And I'd done a test upload on the video about a week before the anniversary, because the video was about 40 minutes long.
Wow.
And it's mostly just editing. It took me 2 months to make. Copyrighted. Couldn't publish it.
Oh, that is just the worst.
It's on YouTube private, so if people come around my house, they can view it.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Copyrighted as in blocked in every country, copyrighted?
Yeah, but I reversed all the footage and stuff, put loads of it in slow-mo to try and stop that. But still
I hate
cool.
that happened with some of my films. It happened, well, I mentioned it in my live stream when I did it on Pultitudinous, but I kind of was lucky there because it was blocked in countries such as Syria, North Korea, and Iran. I'm like, nobody in those countries watches my channel.
No, I'd love to put more effort into, especially my bad movie reviews, because when I especially with modern movies, I just reviewed Alien Covenant. When I feel very passionate about these films when they mess up, and I'd love to have clips and stuff, but I'm now just so terrified of them getting blocked.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of struck gold with Melancholy Man. That's got a lot of songs in, and so I kind of uploaded it. It's already uploaded because just to test it out, will it get blocked? And nothing. I couldn't believe it. Nothing. No, I mean, it had a copyright. It got a copyright claim. So the people who own this music will make money off the video if they put ads on it. That's fine. It was not blocked in any country. I was relieved. I was like, this is the first time it's ever happened. I Spy Chapter 2 got completely banned everywhere. I had to find a dispute, but then finding a dispute, it's like your channel can get blocked, and it's just a pain.
Because my friend Ryan, he went to uni to study filmmaking, and one of his housemates, he's called Daniel, and I'm really good friends with him now. He made this like 20-minute movie called Mad Jack, and I'll send you a link to it after, because you'd probably really like it, because he's trying to become a filmmaker as well, and it's a great. No, I will. It's a great little piece he's made, but the opening bit it's just Elton John's Honky Cat Plan, and I'm like, how did you get this on YouTube? How did you manage this?
It just depends on the song, really. It just depends. It's annoying. Oh, this is a reply to somebody. Magpie, hello, Jodie Pauly.
Hello.
I know you read this a few hours later. Yeah, probably will. When did you put this in? Yeah, about 30-40 minutes behind. I thoroughly enjoyed Rise of Skywalker. I thought it was really good. Miles, but what?
No.
What?
Well, I'll choose to ignore this because I want us to remain friends.
Quickly moving on.
Yeah.
I wish they had JJ direct all three.
No.
He was fine with Force Awakens. I'll put it that way.
I've gone off the man a lot. I can say that much.
So have I. But we're all joking here, Paul. That's your opinion.
I'm pleased you enjoy it.
Yeah, that's what I was saying to people as well. I was so excited for the film, and when people were saying that liked it, I thought, I said, I'm jealous of you. I wanted to like this film. I wanted to love it. It was my second most anticipated film of the year. I'm like, I'm so jealous of you. I want to like this film.
It was just heartbreaking talking to people about it who were like, "Oh, how was it? I can't wait." It's like, oh.
Karen B, does The Rise of Skywalker ruin the sequel trilogy? Yes, it does. And Last Jedi. But Rise, it ruins Star Wars, actually. But okay, that's fine, Karen B.
It ruined the sequel trilogy for me, definitely. It's funny because as a lot of people know, because I talk about it a lot on my channel, I love the Star Wars novels, and I haven't gone near any in the sequel era. I've strictly stayed prequels and originals.
I've just come down here and we've just got people screaming poppycock.
I did see this. I'm not sure what this is about, but
An Archie poppycock. And well, Darius is responding to Alex. What Alex put here. When are we having a group watch party of the fanatic? We all need to experience Gervais.
You know what we should do a group watch party of? Because it's on Netflix.
Oh, is it actually on Netflix?
It's on Netflix.
Oh, we do need to do that. Yeah,
we should definitely do that because I'm pretty sure you can let loads of people join. I think I haven't really looked into it, but
I don't know how it works.
Alex is normally good with this stuff. We put the pressure on him.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, Erin's here. They're still watching. Hello, Erin.
Hello.
That was that was officially 30 minutes. 30 minutes ago.
Oh my god, I can't believe how far behind we are.
Right, where are we? I've lost now. It looks like we are going to be picking and choosing comments. I apologize. Oh god, I'm still scrolling. Walter's here. He says, I can't stay, just thought I'd pop in and say hello. Well, thank you, Walter.
Yes, hello. Nice to see you.
Okay, where are we? All says, I adore Sherlock Jr., probably my top 50 films of all time. So funny and humorous, utterly charming and heartwarming. That wasn't for me, all, unfortunately. Maxfield, greatest boxing movie? Raging Bull, Rocky, others? Raging Bull?
I haven't seen loads, to be honest. So, I mean, was Southpaw boxing? I can't remember whether that was boxing or wrestling now, but I
don't remember. I don't know.
I really enjoyed that movie, actually. But I'll say Rocky because I've just fallen in love with that franchise after watching it for the first time a few months back.
I've seen the first two, and that's it. I need to watch the others.
Yeah, I really fell in love with it. I really did. I couldn't wait for the next one.
Dan says, favourite film from the premium collection you've seen besides Kubrick films?
I just went 2001, the last film.
Good one. Yeah, you've caught me in a corner here, Dan. I'm going to look on my...
out of the ones I've seen, because I know like Casablanca's there. I haven't seen that yet. But I really like Forbidden Planet, maybe because I grew up with that one a bit.
I'm just looking. I've got a list of my entire collection, so I'm going down to the what do you call them, premium collection ones. See what I liked apart from Kubrick. We're almost there. Okay, I've got quite a few, so it's going to be looking. Oh, Point Blank. That's the first one that jumps out. Point Blank, or where is it? Gabe and Mrs. Miller. I'll go with. Yeah, those are the ones. I actually haven't seen many of the ones I bought all those months ago because I've just been, it's like buy, and it's you. Oh, sorry, James.
Yeah.
Sorry, you froze for a second there. It's
sorry.
You're back.
Is my internet holding up okay?
Yeah, no, it's good. It was just that brief moment.
Oh, okay. To be fair, I'd done that the other day.
Yeah. Armani says my first film in cinema was Cars 2.
Well, hi.
I mean, when it first came out, Cars 2, I loved it. I loved it. It was such a fun, cool film to watch. Thought it was so awesome as a kid. I liked spy stuff as a kid. Now it's utterly terrible, but it's definitely a kid's film.
I didn't watch it till I got the Pixar Blu-rays.
Really?
Yeah, I think it was the first one that I sort of didn't rush to see because the film before that was Toy Story 3, and obviously I rushed to see that Toy Story. And then before that was up, I remember my grandparents taking me to see that. I remember Cars 2, and I just remember even because when did that film come out? 2011, something like that. And I just remember even as a kid, or being much younger, I was like, nah.
Yeah. I completely agree there. We've got Luke here. He says, hi guys, I'm here a little late because I've been watching Boss Level, just finished watching it, and it was quite funny at the beginning. It was okay. It was okay watch though. How are you guys doing today? It's Luke. Thank you for joining, Luke. Yeah, we're doing very well, thank you.
Yes, very good.
We've got Winslow says, the first time I saw in the cinema was Brother Bear I Was 3.
I love that movie.
Brother
What a
Bear.
great movie.
That Winslow.
Yeah, I love that movie.
Brother Bear.
Phil Collins' music, fantastic in that.
Oh, I see it. Yeah, it's not bad actually. It's not. It's got Joaquin Phoenix does a voice in it. Huh.
See, I can't even remember.
That's
yeah,
what it says.
great movie.
Okay, we've got Mitchell here says, "Have you guys watched Footloose 1994 of Kevin Bacon and Footloose 2011?" No, I haven't. Sorry, Mitchell.
I've bought it and I really want to watch it.
Yeah.
It looks like my kind of cheese. I love those cheese fest musicals. I love them. They're my little guilty spots.
Arthur says, Studio Ghibli movies don't have good stories. They're just visual-centric films made for children, in my opinion.
I disagree with that because I found some of the stories really interesting, really quirky. I think that's what makes them unique.
I find it very hard to believe that you're saying that it's just for children because what is it called? Spirited Away is one of the highest rated films on Letterboxd. Yeah. I don't buy that. I'm sorry, Arthur, but
no, because I love
Spirited Away.
Yes, I love it. I think it's fantastic.
Yeah, because I'm really nervous because I had a bad experience with my Nemo Toronto. Not that I thought it was bad, just that it wasn't for me. So I'm really kind of been holding off watching Spirited Away.
I think you'll like. It's a lot more mature than My Neighbor Totoro. But it still has that weird wackiness to it.
Yeah.
Because there's like a giant floating old hag head, and then like her parents get turned into pigs.
Oh,
it's weird stuff going on still, but it was such a cool world to explore. I loved it.
Well, that's quite reassuring. So yeah, I'll be watching it eventually.
Yeah.
Alex says, everyone is making me feel old because Ice Age 4 came out when I was 16. Whoa. The first film I remember seeing in cinema was Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets in 2002.
Well, I think Alex is only a year older than me. So I was only 15 when that came out. And I saw Ice Age 2 at the cinema and 3. And I think they're the only Ice Age films I saw in the cinema.
Yeah, I think I've probably seen a few, but I can't remember. Dan says, would you... Oh, yeah, I've heard Emil Lubezki, who's a brilliant cinematographer who did Children of Men and all sorts of films. He was a cinematographer for The Cat in the Hat.
So you're basically saying this is his best film.
Emil Lubezki.
It does look very unique, Cat in the Hat. I will give it that, I guess.
Maxwell says, I dislike movies without colour. I hate the disgusting colour grading. I love movies that have colours that pop. Is it excluding Wes Anderson? Wes Anderson? I like black and white. I'm talking about others that have dull colour palette.
Yeah, right. I can get on board with that. because I was watching Age of Ultron last weekend, and I know that it's such an odd film to bring up, but they put no effort in with the colour palette of that movie.
Yeah, I agree with you, Maxfield. I would hope everyone agrees with it. Why would people enjoy watching really dull, and unless it's for a reason for the film that complements the story? But apart from that, like Age of Ultron, it's not the darkest.
No, a lot of Marvel films had that very grey colour grain for a while.
Yeah.
And one I've just thought of is like a lot of the DC films, like Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, had that very dark grain over the top. It's like, why are we doing this? This is meant to be a fun universe. Why does Superman look, psychotic and it's got this grey look over it? Why are we doing this?
And I think this is a reply. Clearly, Scorsese's character, all of his films look stunning, but even his limitations basically was this based on clearly preformed ideas of what cinema is. What are you talking about there? What is this? We're saying bad things about my man Martin here?
Oh.
I think they are.
Oh dear.
Like,
oh dear, we can't be having that.
Did, and he's more entitled to that opinion. Oh. I think it's about Scorsese's comments about cinema and streaming, which I happen to agree with. I definitely agree with the streaming bit about naming films content degrading art. Completely agree. Cinema, calling Marvel movies. I don't know what you think about this, James. It's an interesting topic to bring up. Are Marvel movies theme park films, as he calls them, not proper cinema?
The thing is, I can guarantee he hasn't watched many Marvel movies, so I can
Actually, he said he's seen. I forgot which one he said he's seen, but he's seen a few, and he said he enjoyed it.
Okay, look, I love Martin Scorsese. He seems like a cool guy, and I can imagine he likes him. But I can see where he's coming from with some of them. But then I think things like Marvel have branched out well with like Ragnarok getting Taika in, and there is genuine creative film. It's so I'm sort of torn. I can see where he's coming from, but I do disagree.
I think it's because it's the Marvel movies are taking away from the more artistic films, and the more cinema films. Like he would probably, I mean, he would, I would hope he would think, stuff like Seven Samurai is cinema, which but Marvel movies aren't, because they don't have an artistic drive towards them, and not every film needs that.
Yeah.
But I think because it's like, even if Marvel movies weren't getting made, it isn't like these artistic films getting released in cinemas are going to make tons and tons of money.
I think that's the problem, though. It's like the general public are more interested in things like Marvel movies. Like people like, because a lot of my mates like it. My sister wouldn't sit for a film like Lighthouse. She just wouldn't do it. Whereas put Ant-Man on, she's there.
Saying that these Marvel movies are conditioning audiences to enjoy conventional filmmaking and films, and then when they watch something like The Lighthouse, like you mentioned, or something else, they're not used to it. It subverts their expectations of something conventional happening. Maybe saying that.
I can sort of see both sides of the argument on that one. I think because me and Ryan talked about this in the podcast when it came up, and I was sort of torn then, as I still am. Like, I see where he's coming from. I don't necessarily agree with it, but
just seeing. I'm just loaded down here to see if anyone else has added to the conversation.
I still thought the best reply to Martin Scorsese's thing was Ricky Gervais at the Golden Globes, if you remember that.
Oh, I think it was when he said you can't even get on a theme park ride.
Yeah.
That was a good response.
Do you know what? I loved it, though, because every joke that Gervais was cracking at those Golden Globes, Martin Scorsese was loving it. You could see him at the table giggling. I was like, oh, he's having a great time. Look at him.
He's a legend. He's the greatest living director we've got working. Yeah. I'm sorry. I know Jean-Luc Godard is still alive, but is he making films anymore? Who knows? And plus his modern stuff isn't meant to be very good. For me, Scorsese is like Kubrick is my favorite director of all time. He's, I would say, one of the best directors, and so Scorsese. But since Scorsese is still alive, he's still got a lot of personality to him. Yeah. He's still making films. He's still doing interviews and things like that. And it's like, how can you not like him? He loves cinema so much. He inspires me so much. His films are masterfully made. He's just a legend. He's so just awesome. He's just a great guy.
No, he really is. It's interesting, though, because I don't actually know if I'd say I have like a favorite director. I sort of just can never make my mind up.
Yeah, I mean, Kubrick's always been number one for me, and then other people have kind of, Scorsese, Fellini, Fincher, Astor. They've all kind of been, but Scorsese is definitely a very, very strong 2, if not a number 1.
Yeah.
So is Fellini, actually. So is a lot of people, but yeah. And has Ald just changed their name, or is this someone else? I'm sure Ald has put this comment in, but now they've got a different name.
Oh.
Are you like in the current? Maybe it isn't, but I'm sure I saw Ald. Maybe I'm wrong here. Maybe, and they've also put their question in 4 times. No need to spam. Okay. Don't. Archie, could you just put this person in a timeout, please? They just keep on spamming.
I was going to say, I can see like 4 in a row here.
Yeah, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
You could do that. But to answer your question very quickly, what are your expectations? They're very, very high. I can't wait to watch it.
This is the one with Leonardo and De Niro.
Yeah, it's going into production this year. It's my most anticipated film of 2022.
Yeah,
because it's just Scorsese, De Niro, DiCaprio. Yeah. It's
like two of my absolute favorite actors. With one of the best directors. Should be incredible.
Anyway, let's move back up. And by the way, we're coming. It's like 8:30 now, so I'm gonna have to be picking and choosing. Unfortunately, people, because we've had so many comments. let's just go back. I hate skipping comments, but I'm sorry, everyone.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I think I'm back now. Okay. Yep. Yeah, we're back. Dan says, I've been really enjoying Darren Aronofsky films. The Fountain is quite underrated. Yeah, I want to watch more Aronofsky films. A lot of them are quite available. I know you're working your way through his filmography, Dan. I've seen on Letterboxd. So, have you seen much from Aronofsky, James?
No, I don't think I have actually.
Yeah, no, he's a director I'd recommend checking out. He's very interesting. He's very good. Yeah,
I'm sort of I'm not as good with the older directors, but I'm sort of working my way back to a lot of them.
Yeah,
I've just done Kubrick and stuff. So
JRDN, if you haven't seen it already, I recommend watching I Saw the Devil. Oh yeah, I've heard it's meant to be really good.
Yeah, so have I.
Oh, that's a fantastic choice. Old Boy, first time watch.
I still need to watch it. I've got it sent to me by Mr. Alex Pitt. I've got it on my shelf.
Yeah.
Really excited to watch it.
Oh, we've got some. I think this is it. But his argument is that they are not cinema, which is because he cannot see the cinematic aspects because of his predisposition. I don't like The Revenant, but I can argue that it is a cinematic masterpiece. I don't say you can call something a cinematic masterpiece, but not liking the film.
No,
I mean, you're entitled to an opinion. Movie Wormy Spoon. Sorry. Oh, and Alex says that he is hearing that Godzilla versus Kong is out for a UK rental, which should be.
good. Yeah, fair enough. I'll happily give them money for that, even if the reviews are bad, because I just want to see a big monkey fight a big lizard. I'm not a hard man to please, really.
They look quite good as well.
Yeah.
Darius, have you seen I Care a Lot, a very darkly comic with a despicable characters? Yeah, I've seen that.
I watched it this morning for the first time. So
would you like it?
I actually really did enjoy it. You know, I was very surprised because Rosamund Pike, her last few films, I haven't really enjoyed much. But I had a really great time with it. Really good time.
Okay, what's Maxwell says? How much were those prop guns in Hyde? Are they worth getting? How do you shoot fight scenes? The prop guns in Hyde. Well, the thing is, interesting story actually. Well, it might not be interesting to some people, but what happened was I was on Amazon, trusty Amazon, where I get all my props from, and I found this gun that looked kind of like a Magnum gun from Taxi Driver because I wanted to kind of evoke that in the film. I was like, oh, this looks like a pretty good gun. It doesn't look too fake, but it doesn't look too real at the same time. And so I bought it, and a completely different gun arrived. And so two of them arrived, actually. I only bought one, so I was like, okay. I forgot how much they cost, and I don't know if it's still up on Amazon because I bought it over a year ago.
I still remember we done an open sequence at sixth form, and it was like for a sci-fi thing. We bought loads of sci-fi props, or the school bought us loads of sci-fi props, and they spent a lot of money on us, like 60 quid.
Wow.
And I ended up keeping them all. I forgot them all downstairs somewhere.
How far does this go? Right, so it goes. Can I? This just shows me the last 6 months.
Oh yeah, I think the app does that. Yeah, it's a bit annoying.
Yeah, I can't tell you. It could have cost £7. It could have cost £10, maybe £12. And how do you shoot a fight scene? I don't really know. I'm not the expert. Watch action films. That's all I can say for that. I'm sorry, Maxfield. I don't even remember if there was any much shooting action in Hyde. I mean, he shoots a few people in the head, but there's no bit where someone else has got a gun and he's got a gun, and there's stuff with I Spy, but that was kind of poorly staged and stuff. So I'm not an expert on that one, I'm afraid. Watch it. Watch films that do that. A lot of people having conversations amongst themselves. Arthur says, what can you do as a moderator, and can I become one? moderators can time people out and block them. And can you become one? Well, I've already got Alex. I've got Ollie. I've got loads of people actually as moderators, authors. I don't need someone else as a moderator. But thanks for asking. A lot of people are saying how great Old Boy is. I agree.
Need to watch this.
Yeah, got all. Do you cry much in films? I cry pretty much everything, especially films we've seen on New Year's Eve for some strange reason. I've never really. I don't think I've never cried in any film. No.
I never really cried too much in films, but I remember watching in like October or November for the first time About Time.
Oh yeah.
And oh my god, I didn't realize I could ever become such a wreck during a movie. But I looked a state after that movie. I don't know what happened.
I got that as a subscriber mail from the very, very kind Walter Robinson.
It's such a good movie. I really love, in terms of filmmaking, there's nothing incredible about it, but just in terms of like a enjoyable film, just a nice, relaxing product. It's one of the best things I've ever watched. I really connected with it. I don't know whether it's because I could relate to it, because there's some stuff that happens near the end. Some quite sad stuff, and most people can relate to it. But it's an incredible movie.
All I hear is good things. So it's a little more encouraging to give it a watch. Maxfield also puts, Lucas, have any of your films toured any festival? No, they have not toured the festivals, Maxfield. I'd like them to. So no, they won no awards, unfortunately. The thing is, though, most of my films contain copyrighted music and things, and it's very hard to find decent royalty-free stuff. So you're better off trying to find like an original artist to get a score for your film. And I like putting songs in my film. I don't know how you go about putting a song in the film, buying the rights. I assume they're actually quite expensive. But I've been thinking about, wanting to make this really film to get into festivals, and maybe. I did think maybe I could make a festival cut and a YouTube cut. The only difference was on the YouTube cut, you'd have songs and stuff in. The festival cut wouldn't, so it could tour the festivals. But I have definitely looked into entering some films, or how to get films into the local festivals. But it'd be good. It would be quite nice to actually win an award for something.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Maybe one day. When we says acting is hard, less is more. It's in the eyes, not in the face. Then the inner monologues are very important. Is this acting as advice for me? I mean, I'll take it.
Trust me, my acting would be bloody terrible. So.
Movie Database says, did you know George Lucas's first wife, Machia, won an Oscar for Best Editing at the 1978 Oscars? I didn't. Did you know that, James?
I didn't even, to be fair. No.
Yeah, no, I didn't know that. Max says, do you think it's an issue that you use licensed music in your films? What problems would that face because of it? The only problems it faces me is when I put it on YouTube, it could potentially be blocked in every country, or it could be like Paul Students is blocked in a select amount of countries, which don't. That's fine. But if it's in the UK, that's a big problem for me. US also a big problem because they're my biggest audiences, especially in the UK. So that's the only problem. But I just think using certain music, certain songs in my films and short films and amateur films can enhance the film.
Yeah.
We've got stuff about. Oh, this is interesting. Alex says that Jesse was supposed to be killed off in the first season of Breaking Bad. That would have made for a very different. Really? Did you know about this, James?
Yeah, because it was a writer's strike. I think that's why the first season's so short. I think it was during the writer's strike. And Jesse was going to die in the later episodes that they never got to film. And then obviously they just had a change of heart when writing season 2.
Wow, no, I never knew that. Huh.
I found that out after I'd finished watching it, and I was like, what a different show it would have been.
Yeah, why? Who would Walter partner up with? He can't. Would it just be the Walter? He'll be making the drugs and he'll be selling them.
Because to me, it's not just Walter's story; it's Jesse's as well. They're both the leads for me because they both have such an important. Their stories are kind of equal in terms of how important they are. I can't imagine the show without one or the other.
Yeah, and all puts in that he's not sure it's necessary for any film to be over 4 hours. I mean shows are 10 hours, aren't they?
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever seen a film over 4 hours. So
you will when you've watched.
Yep.
1 minute over 4 hours.
I can't wait till people say, "Have you ever watched any 4 hours?" I've watched this really prestigious movie that's over 4 hours.
I was so annoyed. I was like, "This is going to be the longest film I've ever seen. Why can't I say something like Seven Samurai or Once Upon in America?" But it's going to be Zack Snyder.
Yeah, Justice League. Oh God.
I might just go out of my way to watch a film longer than 4 hours.
I wouldn't blame you.
But it isn't.
Oh God! Oh, it's gonna be trash. Anyway.
Oh, so he says that Robert Pattinson supposedly hooked up with Zoe Kravitz. I didn't know if you were talking about Robert Pattinson, Zoe Kravitz, or the characters. Everyone was supposedly gone, but the director was still there. He called. What? I don't believe that. Allegedly, I don't think so. It sounds like something you'd read in the Sun.
Yeah, that's like the sort of stuff that gets posted on Facebook, and then you just instantly believe it.
Yeah, I don't. I know that is. Yeah, I don't believe that. Sorry. I've got Nick Lee. He says, "Greatest TV show of all time." James?
I really don't know because I watch a lot of TV as well. I always want to say Black Sails because not many people watch that.
Yeah, you always mention that.
Love that show. But then I do want to go back to my roots and just say something like Doctor Who, the US Office. They're just they're like my two little comfort zones there. They're both so rewatchable. But Game of Thrones, the first 4 seasons of Game of Thrones are the best TV I've ever watched. I can't say Game of Thrones is my favorite show because the last season just stacked it on its face and took a massive.
Yeah, I agree that it should have just been longer. Why did they do? Was it 6 episodes?
Something like that. I remember specifically after every episode, Ryan would call me and we'd have like an hour conversation where the conversation would more or less consist of us going, "What's happening? How is this bad? How is this not good?"
How did it go from the brilliantness of season 4 to this?
Because I don't mind 5 or 6. I know they were drop-offs, but I still thought they were really good.
6 was good. 6 was good, I thought. I think 7, that's when it really dropped.
Yeah, 7, there were some big issues.
Things weren't going very well.
Because I still remember when that epic episode happened where they were on that little island in the ice, and they were surrounded by the army of the dead, and everyone loved it. Everyone was like, "Oh, it's amazing." I was like, I mean, it was fun, but I thought it was really stupid because I remember when Drogon landed.
I do remember. I think there was something. I think, it's been a while since I've seen it.
I just remember Drogon landing this huge dragon with Emilia Clarke on his back, and all the heroes are getting on his back, and the Night King grabs a spear and he torpedoes it, but one that's in the air. So, if you'd hit the big one on the ground, you would have killed it. They would have had no way out. You would have got them all, and you would have got the biggest one.
It's coming back to me now. It didn't. It isn't something like the show has had greater moments. We'll put it that way.
Yeah, definitely.
We've got Lion of Judah, Lamb of God. This isn't related to your post. It's about the afterlife and judgment. God. Okay.
This is
if you haven't already timed this person out or blocked them, please do so. If you can access this, it's just a preaching post.
Yeah. This is about that. This is about like the prequel to Harry Potter and that or something.
I don't know. Ben's film collection. I watched the Criterion collection. Tree of Life. I think it's a masterpiece and nothing like I've ever seen before. Have you? Either of you seen it? I know James is a massive fan of this film. He loved it. I think
it's an incredibly made movie. The cinematography, it's the best cinematography I've ever seen. The score's fantastic. The acting's great. Just thought it was a bit too pretentious for me. That's not my style too much.
I think he's got kind of a reputation of being quite pretentious. Even Christopher Plummer, I saw in an interview, who's like, "I'm never going to work with him again."
Yeah.
He says he needs a writer. Christopher Plummer
Yeah.
says because he was talking about when he was in the New World, which you've seen, haven't you? And Christopher Plummer's in that.
Yeah, I watched that last like only 4 days ago, and I actually much preferred that movie. That was really good.
And apparently, I don't know if it's that film or another Malick film, but Adrian Brody was meant to be like the main character in that.
Yeah,
I think it was The Thin Red Line. He was like on the poster and things, and he was had front cover of magazines for the new film, and nobody told him he was at the premiere, and apparently he had like barely any screen time. But he shot so much, like Malick messes stuff up in the editing.
Yeah.
Like Christopher Plummer was doing this very intense speech for the film, the New World, but then it was like background noise or something. And I don't know, I haven't seen the film, but
no, I can believe that. To be fair,
it's that's why I thought when I know a lot of people like Blueview love The Thin Red Line, and I watched it under not very good circumstances because I thought it was going to be kind of an action type war film like Apocalypse Now. I watched it while I was ill in bed, just wanted to put something on, and I couldn't finish it because, like you said, I thought it was pretentious. The voiceover sounded like it was just poetry. I was like, oh my god. Sorry, go on, James.
You know what it reminded me of, honestly, when I was watching like The Tree of Life, because it's the same thing, like the voiceover where it's really pretentious.
Yeah,
it reminded me of that scene at the end of Mr. Bean's Holiday where they're watching Willem Dafoe's movie, and you can hear Willem Dafoe talking to himself, and everyone in the cinema is falling asleep. That's honestly what it reminded me of.
But I've had many people come up and say, "Listen, you need to watch," and I'm like, I will watch A Thin Red Line fully, like when I'm in the right mindset and the right mood. I want to watch more Malick because I've seen Days of Heaven, which I think you'd like actually.
Yeah.
This voiceover anyway, it's a beautiful looking film. It is like it is really good. Badland, you probably like that. I haven't seen it, but it's kind of like a Bonnie and Clyde thing.
Oh right, yeah.
Say Speck and Martin Sheen, who's in Apocalypse Now.
Yeah.
Some of his early stuff, I think, but I want to get into work, see if I like him. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, I've watched the two now. I liked one, didn't really care for the other. So
yeah. We got a few people here. Okay, also says Peeping Tom, Raw, and Birdman are all films I watched, then rewatched very soon after.
I'm due a rewatch on Birdman. I haven't seen that film in a while now, and I really love that.
When I first watched Birdman, I didn't think it was all that good. I was like, is this it? Because some guy was hyping it up to his favorite film of all time.
Yeah.
When I went in, I kind of was like, but I've seen it a few times now, and I really, really do like Birdman.
Yeah, it's a really great movie. It's definitely one that I need to rewatch because I haven't seen it in about 4 years, maybe. It's been a long time, so I need to refresh myself with it.
And Raw isn't that like a French film? I know Peeping Tom is Powell and Pressburger. So a film I'd like to watch. We've got Movie Flick Fan here. He says, love Casino Royale. Quantum of Solace is rubbish. Loves Skyfall. Spectre is on the same level as Quantum. Do you like On Her Majesty's Secret Service with George Lazenby? And Daniel Craig is the best Bond in Skyfall. On Her Majesty's Secret Service would probably be my favorite Bond. So yeah, I really do like that. I agree. Quantum is rubbish. I pretty much agree with that.
I liked On Her Majesty's Secret Service. Casino Royale is my personal favorite Bond movie. I don't think Spectre is on the same level as Quantum of Solace.
I don't agree with that.
No,
I enjoy Spectre.
I'm not a fan of Spectre, but for me, Spectre is like a 4 out of 10. Well, maybe that's a bit harsh. 5. Whereas Quantum's like a 3. That one sucked.
Yeah, for me though, I'll give Spectre like a 3.8 out of 5. I enjoy it quite a bit actually, even though the writing is pretty bad. It's a little long. The stuff with Blofeld is awful, just awful. But the action and stuff in that film is really well done. Craig is great, but I've got a big soft spot for Her Majesty's Secret Service. Favorite Bond, like I do say, it could be Her Majesty's, but then again, it could be Thunderball. It could be From Russia with Love. Connery's my favorite Bond. I love 60s Bond. So.
Yeah, he's my favorite Bond as well. But my favorite film is probably Casino Royale. I really love that movie.
Yeah. Okay, where are we? Amani says, give me the most non-spoilery plot of 2001.
Big monkeys discover a giant chocolate bar.
Amani, if you want to watch 2001 and you haven't seen it, then just watch it. Yeah. Oh, and I've just got another one I would like to address here. We've got Darius asking, what do we think of Prisoners by Denis Villeneuve? At one point, I would call it one of the best films ever made. Now I wouldn't, because I rewatched it. But it's still fantastic. How about you, James?
Yeah, I absolutely love the movie. I think it's fantastic. Really great film. Really great.
We are still really quite far behind, even though we are coming up to 2 hours now. So I don't want to go on for too long. So I'm really going to have to go through this. I'm gonna have to be brutal here. I'm sorry, everyone. What's this? Anyone? I'm excited for The French Dispatch. Yes,
definitely, absolutely excited for that.
What's Archie put here? Yes, I know. I like my watch list. Popsicle Birthday Alice doesn't live here anymore. Don't. It's a shame that I own all three of those films actually on DVD. Two of them are actually BFI DVDs, but because the DVDs, it kind of would put people off. But they're kind of early works from Scorsese and that older films, so they don't look bad at all on DVD. Actually, it's just modern films like Spectre looked horrible on DVD. I've got it on Blu-ray finally, but I had to watch it through DVD and it looked terrible. But then some of the earlier, kind of like 60s, 70s, even 80s DVDs are like, they're fine. They're fine.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think the only thing you're really getting a massive upgrade on some of those things is sound.
And plus, sometimes they do restore them like they did with the Bonds. They restored it, so the picture quality is a big step up with the colours and stuff. Yeah. Scorsese's definitely growing, potentially take up a Kubrick as my favourite director. A lot of the films I've seen of his I've given 5 to 4.5s. Yeah. I spoke about how much my love for Scorsese earlier.
Yeah.
This is a good one. Eyebrows are beautiful.
Yeah.
Archie becomes Robert De Niro from Taxi Driver. He gets like a mohawk. Eyebrows.
I will have to get Archie to do his Robert De Niro impression then.
Movie Flip Fan says I would probably say James' favorite director is Edgar Wright because James likes Hot Fuzz. Is this James?
I wouldn't say he's my favorite. He's only got 5 movies at the minute, but other than I mean, 3 of them I absolutely love. I love Shaun Dead, Hot Fuzz, and Scott Pilgrim. I think they're incredible films. So I think give it another 10, 20 years, he's definitely going to be up there. He's an incredible filmmaker.
Alex is saying liking one film doesn't suddenly make them your favorite film director. Who put? Oh yeah, that's Film Flick, but movie Flick fan. Yeah, that's true, Alex. Oh well, it says The Revenant is kind of boring and brutally. I think the design, the visuals are stunning. The raid scene at the beginning is one of the best scenes I've ever seen. Yeah, I wouldn't call it boring though. It's fantastic.
No, I remember really liking that movie actually.
I remember being very, very invested in that film. 2.5 hours.
Yeah, definitely.
What's this here? Film Geek 14 has commented saying, unsubscribe, there's a fake Film Geek. Filmmaker, please block the... There's a fake... Okay, what? we've got a fake Film Geek watching.
Really?
Because we've got Film Geek 14
yeah.
here, and then the heck is going on here?
He's got the same picture as well.
This could be Archie trolling us. It could be Archie. You know, I don't know. Let me load up the most recent comments.
That's bizarre. He's even got the same picture.
Yeah, wait. Yeah, I think Alex is sorting that out. Yeah, thank you, Alex. But yeah, thank you, Alex, for that. But we are approaching. What's this as well? Yeah, please put in the time. You just put here on Film Geek 13. My channel sucks. Please okay, I don't know what this means. Right, I'm just going to work my way back up a second. Dan says, I plan to do a consecutive viewing of Malik's filmography. I really like Badlands. 3 of Life, and of the 2 episodes. Yeah, I'd like to do that at some point. Yeah, well, that just happened. That was very odd. Someone get you, actually.
Never seen that happen before.
Yeah, some people in the world are just a little sad. I'm just. Apocalypse Now is better than The Godfather, in my opinion. I agree.
So do I.
I think I would actually rank that higher. I'm sure I'd rank that higher. It's not as Apocalypse Now isn't as good as Godfather Part 2, in my opinion. I
think they're all on similar levels. The Godfather Part 1, 2, and Apocalypse Now in terms of filmmaking, but I prefer Vietnam. I'm not big on gangster movies, if I'm being honest. I love 2 Godfather films because they're so well made, and like Goodfellas, but gangster films don't interest me as much as something like a movie in Vietnam.
Yeah. Okay. Archie's asking, what's on the watch list tonight, guys? What are we watching after this stream, James?
Oh God, I don't know. I think I might have an easy one. Just put The Office on or something.
Yeah, I mean, actually, you've got work, don't you, in the morning? So we can't go for too long.
No, I'm up at 5:30 every day, which is why I never get to watch as much as other people in the evenings.
It's going to be annoying for me going back to college, and it's 6:30 for me, and I get back at 6, so it's almost 12 hours. So I don't have much energy for a film after a 12-hour day.
I feel on my few free days after work, I come home now, and I normally just end up having a couple hours on the PlayStation.
No, I'm just seeing this. You have no soul. I'm sorry, I didn't cry.
I must admit, was it when Andy drove away? There was a little. Yep. Okay.
In the furnace, and they all, holding hands.
Oh dear! I got a bit teary-eyed in the cinema with Iron Man as well when he died. I was a bit like, oh yeah, here they come, works.
It's unfortunate because before I watched Endgame, I watched all the reviews like an idiot, and everyone in the review was like, "Oh, I cried in the review." I'm like, "Okay, Iron Man's gonna die, isn't he?"
Yeah.
Why did I watch the reviews?
I was so lucky that I got to see that at midnight because I had no idea about anything. I was so lucky.
It was very lucky, actually.
Yeah. Okay,
we'll go back down to the bottom and we'll wrap it up. Then Archie's like, I'm just a bit shocked and confused, to be honest. Why me? And does my channel suck? I feel all conscious now. Oh, no, Archie, your channel does not suck.
No, you've given us much entertainment on it.
Certainly have. This real sad idiot who calls himself Film Geek 14 is... I don't get it either. I really don't get it. And if they return, then if they haven't already, please permanently block them. Yeah. Don't worry about it. It's just one person.
Yeah. We've all had them. We've all had trolls.
Oh, we have. So you just got to ignore them.
Trust me, I've had them on both my channels.
Oh, they spoiled it. Oh, that's terrible, Ben.
You know what? I was sitting... I remember being in my media class and someone come in and I didn't hear this. I was listening to music. I'm so grateful. It was the day Force Awakens come out. Someone come in and went... Because he didn't care about the movie, but he knew there was a lot... Because he was in a media class. A load of people cared about this new Star Wars film. Come in and went, oh my God, I can't believe Han Solo died. Figured it was all funny. And I just remember a load of my mates standing up and I was like, going to keep my headphones in because I got a feeling it's about Star Wars. I didn't hear it, and I didn't know it was going to happen, so I was very lucky. But Ryan was sitting next to me. He heard it. He had that spoil.
If that was me, if I was Ryan in that moment, I could have strangled that man.
Yeah, I was so grateful I had music on.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, we're going to wrap it up here. So if we can stop with the questions, I'm afraid. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm about to skip questions, which has been never nice. And Alex says, yeah, people who spread spoilers do my head, and I completely agree.
Yeah.
I hate that.
It's it's frustrating.
Thank you for watching as well. Thank you everyone for watching. This has been my longest stream ever, by the way. It's the longest I've ever gone for.
It's been an absolute blast, to be fair. I've had a great time.
It has been really fun. It has been good. I mean, in the past, I've been getting to almost 2 hours. It's been like a few seconds away from 2 hours, and now I've finally crossed the 2 hour mark of streaming.
We could go for another 2 hours and make it as long as Justice League.
We could. That would be necessary as well, because we're giving people quality entertainment. But no, thank you, Armani. Thank you, and guys. On Friday, we've got Melancholy Man coming out, and Sunday there's going to be an extra stream at 3 o'clock with Walter. So if anyone's available at that point, come on and join us. So that is, like I said, 3 o'clock on Sunday the 7th. Yeah, doing a live watch along commentary on the film, like I did for students the other day. So thank you all so much for watching, everybody, and we'll see you again. Of course, it goes without saying the link to MovieBug's channel is in the description. If you haven't already, for some reason, haven't subscribed to Movies.
Thank you.
I couldn't imagine the 40 people that are watching are not subscribed to MovieBug. So,
oh well, hey, it doesn't matter. I've just had a blast being here, so thank you.
Thank you so much for being here, and thank you again. I appreciate everybody watching. So thank you, and see you guys later.
Bye bye.